Yo, this is Elaina Wilson, bottom of the glass with a splash of E.Ali.
I'm headed to the sugar shack to pour myself a drink. I'm a politic with E.Ali and tell them what I think. We are polar opposites and don't always agree. We just might say anything. We're off the Hennessy. We from the TOLEDO, bottom of the glass, OHIO. As I said, there's a couple of things. Don't buy me expensive earrings because I'm always going to lose one. And don't buy expensive glasses, drinking glasses, because I'm always going to lose one. I hadn't had gin in forever, and I was trying to make this drink and play with it, and I sipped. I'm talking about the smallest sip of gin, and my head just went.
Bing, bang, bing, bang, bing,
That'll be for a
bang.
party. That'll be for a party. I won't be sipping on that. Like my head was like, you want to keep playing with me?
What you mean when I was just doing
I
what?
don't know. You just did something that seemed like we was up closer.
I ain't gonna like that.
I'm listening to it. He be like, Mom, I need to log in so I can be your follower. Like, well, you can't listen to our stuff, buddy.
Well, let's try that. Let's get back to it.
Okay. Can it see us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping that is. But see, I'm looking at here, foreign as us. And
Like,
it ain't
it's
ticking.
not, okay.
And that's when I knew it was something going on with the last one.
Okay.
You didn't already concocted the drink.
Okay.
Just have to explain the drink, what was in it.
Well, it's more than explain because this is show and tell. You hand me one of those glasses behind you. I'm going to just mix the pea flour.
No, I'm just saying you can lightweight just explain what you put in the drink, what we drinking.
I know it's not just explanation, though, because it's a chemical reaction, baby. That's why I wanted it to be shown, because it's kind of like I'm not going to make the whole drink. I'm just going to show. So, we're sipping on Butterfly pea flower tea lemonade. And the thing is that the Butterfly tea flower is a bright blue. And when you add different things to it, it changes the color. So ours is the color that it is. Once you add the lemon juice to it, it turns like a magenta color, like that. And then when you add any liquor that you want to add to, it'll further change the color. If you do clear liquor, it'll stay clear. It'll stay this pink color. But since we had Hennessy, we got a deeper color to it. And we made that Butterfly tea with moon water that we made during the blood moon that occurred March 13th, 14th overnight. But while we were sipping, we were getting into talking about the Mary J Blige For My Fans tour. We saw that in Detroit, Michigan at the Little Caesars Arena. She had Mario open up the show. And we were discussing, he had a really short set. He did have some songs that I kind of forgot that he did. But it seems like that was the time he was booked for, because Neo, gave on his performance, which is about an hour.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time was Mary, and that's who he was there for anyway.
So what is you talking about?
What?
I'm saying, like, Mario did what he needed to do. Get up there, boom, boom, boom. Let Neo do that hour.
Yeah.
And then Mary J pounded you out for 2 hours. So, you know what I'm saying? And then by your calculation, we supposed to have been out there at 10.
My calculation is by Ticketmaster's calculation and
okay.
ticket for the garage.
Yeah, and then it took us.
You bought the garage ticket. It says the concert is over at 10. You
Yeah,
out of the garage by this time.
And see, she took us a whole hour after that.
Yeah.
So shit.
So we were.
That's why Mario had to get his ass out the way.
Because Mary had too much to say.
She had too much to give. You hear me? Yeah, this your boy. This bottom of the glass, Elaina Wilson. Bottom of the glass with a splash of E.Ali. Smash that pound button, man. The like and all that. We about to get into this show for sure, though.
I'm headed to the sugar shack to pour myself a drink. I'm a politic with E.Ali and tell them what I think. We are polar opposites and don't always agree. We just might say anything without the Hennessy. We from the TOLEDO, bottom of the glass, OHIO.
That's the intro, new intro of the bottom of the glass with a splash of E.Ali. That's that splash.
But that was needed, though. I needed that one. You were talking about Mary. I was impressed that she did so many of her songs because we've been to a couple concerts. Like, for instance, we went to see Fantasia. She covered so many other songs that she didn't sing enough of her songs. But it's like, if you're not a true Fantasia fan, you might not realize that she has as many albums as she has. So it's like, I feel like she didn't sing enough. Mary J did it over and over, plus a little bit more, plus a dash here, plus a dash there. But I just noticed today, like when I was riding in the car, and it could be something about the ownership and the publishing and all that. You know how deals get murky. I don't think she did not one song from her Mary album. And I think I recall because that's like one of my favorite albums. And I'm like, she didn't. I'm listening like she didn't sing this. But she has so many great songs. It kind of wasn't missed. And that's why I didn't think about it until I was listening to it in the car. Because My Life Is Gonna Go, Share My World Is Gonna Go. She sung a lot of her newer tracks. And she had like she had 3 outfit changes. It was real impressive. Mm-hmm. It was really impressive. So, I just really I wanted to see that Mary two-step in person. I got to see it. Mm-hmm. But it's like, for her to be a woman in her 50s out there in them Mary boots, them heels, and she dancing and she rocking and she put on a performance. It was a great show. Now also while we were there, we got to take in a little bit of Detroit. And as I told you, like that's like a place that I've gone to visit family, but I never got to go to like the other places. I want to say I maybe went to a mall maybe once or something like that, but not a lot of sightseeing. So I got to see a little bit more of downtown outside of going to Fox Theater or going to Little Caesars Arena. We went to a spot called Fixin's Soul Kitchen.
Fixin'.
It's at 1435 Randolph Street in downtown. It was like just like it was like super black, like it's the pictures, like magazine cover, like painted magazine covers with Stevie, Aretha, Marvin Gaye, movie posters. Just it was dope.
It's dope. I like that spot. Yeah. You can go there just to drink.
Yeah. And they had a happy hour that was pretty cool. It was reasonable, good food. We ordered all the food that was on the happy hour menu and a couple of the drinks. I just got wine, which was really good wine. To me, I always judge if wine don't give me a headache. It's great wine. It tasted good and it didn't make me sick. So I had got I think it was called Mac OPP Pinot Grigio. I had never heard of that, so it could be some Detroit stuff. Because they be having a lot of Michigan liquors and stuff that they kind of gatekeep and they don't sell them nowhere else. You got to come up there and get them.
Okay.
They don't ship them.
For real?
Yeah. And it's like I looked into this. I started looking to it because during Mardi Gras they have this liquor, this punchki flavored liquor that they sell, but they won't sell it anywhere. You got to come to Michigan to get it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I'm never gonna get this punchki liquor.
Yeah.
But we got some. We've been sitting up here trying to figure these out.
But that's like Grippos, though. Shit.
Yeah, you're right. In Ohio. Shit. Yeah, people want them shipped out. Like that's always part of somebody's care package. Mm-hmm. Anybody I know that live in other states, they always want to come up this way, get some Grippos, get some Vernors, get some You know, when I lived in Columbus, they did not have Burners or Faygo back in 2000.
They got it now.
I know, I'm saying, but this is, like I said, 2001.
Yeah.
I moved there in 2000, and I would be asking, like, nobody has Burners. They be looking at me like, who? What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I ain't never heard of Vernors before. Ginger ale. They like, oh, you've heard of ginger ale before. But,
and Verner's out of Detroit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yep, it is. So, you know, it was, I love the little atmosphere and the culture and of that whole little area we was in. And, I just want to give a shout out and give some flowers to Detroit, you know, because in the media, Detroit will get a bad rap, but, you know.
Man, they restaurant scenes is crazy, but that one we just went to, that one, yeah, that one dope.
Yeah.
Yep, I like to go to a couple other ones, but foreign ass, just Negro vibe, not trying to be too outlandish and all that, just keeping it, man. I like how they had they shit set up, clean, modern. But what got me was the artwork.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Yeah, the artwork was dope. So
yeah, when you follow Bottom of the Glass on Facebook, you'll see some of those because I posted a nice post with all of some of the sites that we saw while we were there at Fixins. On the opposite end, though, it's been some, you know, you say we give the flowers, but I want to take some flowers back. I want to take some flowers back from some people this week. Because I feel like some people been tripping a little bit. And I know one of those things that had been bothering you was that stuff going on with LeBron and
oh my God,
Stephen A. Smith.
No. Yeah, but it didn't even got even worse because now his wife has been trolled Stephen A. off a game in which Bronny James had he had a good game, I guess. His high scoring game the other day. I forgot who was against. I think he scored 15, 17 points or something. But then she trolled him and did something, but it was like, why would you do that to try to throw his neck so he can make a comment about you, and then now that infuriate LeBron a little bit more. I mean, but I could see where, you know, somebody's involved in terms of causing just our black celebrities right now, the guys who got money, who ain't on, you know, got more money than to just be sitting around complaining about some of the shit that they complaining about, and for them to be doing that and the back and forth, it's just crazy. But for LeBron to approach him, and then some people said, "Oh, he was a father." Man, he criticized basketball players, so that's his job. So if it's your son, even when you leave and ain't in the game, he's still gonna get criticized.
For real.
You better be when you retire. Bronny James better retire then. You know. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
Oh, that's your script. I'm moving it. I was just trying to see on that thing. Do we got a skip?
I'm just gonna have to keep on. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, the one that has been irritating me, and it's like I okay, just hilarious in the Breakfast Club. Now, I don't want to get you wrong, because I don't want to take the flowers from Just Hilarious. I want to take the flowers from the Breakfast Club, and I expressed that to you a couple of days ago. For those of you who don't listen, or those of you who are privy, know Just Hilarious, the comedian, had been a fill-in when Angela Yee quit, and they were going through all these different co-hosts trying to figure out who they were going to keep. She won the job. Within that process, though, she got pregnant, which is a woman has the right to do. And I'm so disappointed in all the women that I keep saying seeing like she shouldn't have got pregnant. Well, as you all know how women's reproductive rights is, that woman is in her 30s. That she got to get it when she can. She might not be able to have a baby in a couple years. She might not be able to wait on it. And there's a lot of celebrities out there that never had babies, wait until they're in their 50s, trying to get in vitro and all that, trying to go back in the hands of time and make their clock work. When she said, you know what, I'm going to have this baby now, which she got the right to do. She's a woman. But anyway, while she was gone, they had a couple different people fill in. And Lauren LaRosa, who is known, she was on TMZ. She came to fill in. But once Jess Hilarious came back, she never left. And I would be in the car listening like, okay, this supposed to be the rumor report with Jess, or Jess with the mess. Why are they playing Lauren during Jess with the mess? And some of the things that Jess has been explaining, because she's looking like the bad guy, people is going to pick and choose anyway. Charlamagne and them has already got the popular vote. But some of the things that she's explained made so much sense to me. So now if you listen, you notice that they have like facts with Lauren or whatever. Jess Hilarious said she had to be the one to speak up and say, hey, give her own intro now. Like, if she going to be in that segment, give it to her, you know, like, give her an intro. She can't use my intro because my intro is proprietary to me. But it was another thing that came out with her telling the girl to shut up. And Jess Hilarious is very open about telling the world that Charlamagne fed her those lines because of how things was going back and forth. She said while they're on air, Charlamagne is texting her like, no, you got the right to be here. Don't say be quiet. Tell her to shut up because she keep over talking you. So Jess is like, she thinking she got to listen to Charlamagne. So she tell the girl to shut up. Now it look like Jess Hilarious. But if y'all know Charlamagne, I didn't see him on other shows outside of this. He's an agitator, so to speak.
Yeah.
So he's keeping the drama going between these two women.
Because it keep motherfuckers tuned in. Keep rating.
Right.
But see, also with me, they want to show us in every aspect being at each other.
Right.
Like even outside that. You mean to tell me y'all two ladies can't sit down and be like, look, we ain't about to let these motherfuckers play us against each other now.
Well, the most recent video I seen from Jess is that's what she said. She said, I did come back not liking her because of what they were feeding me. She was like, I'm looking at her and how she do things. She was like, she's like, I want some tips from her. She's like, she's a professional journalist.
But see, and that's
like, I don't have no problem with her. She was like, they keep trying to pit us against each other. So
yeah, and saying that's where the jealousy, if it was any, would become from her aspect, because this girl is on her shit. She know it.
Yeah.
But then, like she said, she didn't. From what I seen the conversation, she was like, she put somebody in position. So whenever Jess came and said something was said, she got somebody to say, well, I was there and she did say that, or she didn't say that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just to protect, or you know, in the Bible it always say, have a witness against the truth, or you know what I mean, a witness against whoever you about to prosecute. You want somebody to be there to overhear that,
right? And
they can bear witness to whatever you claiming whatever was said or not. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, with all that being said, man, it's sad to see, you know, black folks constantly bitching
and it's like,
and
I feel like we publicly watched them run Angela Yee off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what is up with the misogyny over there that y'all are.
But see, Angelique been there so long. She had needed that quit that shit she was on. I mean, you've been there with them guys and was there from the beginning, so you knew how it was, how they was, and all. You could be like, man, chill the fuck out, Lane, and then get and like, you don't want me to. Yeah,
But you know what?
like
That ain't everybody personality. Everybody don't speak up like that. There was some other things that she, she felt uncomfortable with that she didn't come out with until after she left the show. You know what I mean? She probably thought her job was gonna be at jeopardy if she said something.
I'm saying at that point, while they vibing, ain't no way y'all getting. It should be like, if you get rid of me, you getting rid of all of us.
Yeah. But it's like, did you notice in the end, like, well, if you listen to the radio, you wouldn't know. But if you go and watch like some of the episodes that they had on BET or Revolt, she was, and in the end, she was recording a lot from home or from like on the road. She wasn't even going in the studio, so it was a problem. That it was kind of like
you didn't let a problem.
Martin when Gina stopped showing up.
Yeah, but you didn't let it become a problem.
Yeah.
Like that, it was some shit you should address early on.
Yeah,
and you didn't just let it keep on, and then that's the way it is now. And so now you look like the nag because you ain't said nothing. But if you'd have been like, yo, but then my thing is, because the way you come off now is like y'all ain't even cool. Mm-hmm. And see, and that's what make me mad. Be like, how y'all establish these relationships, built these businesses, and then we don't like each other, where it's like, it shouldn't be at no point where if we getting this money and we got good, you know what I mean? And I'm saying we got 12 years in it. I don't want nothing, and my kids, and because the way y'all was coming off, it was like y'all interact with kids, y'all going to traveling with y'all just, so if y'all friends, we friends.
I don't think they're friends. I think they're just co-workers.
But I'm saying they was
like
posing
reality shows.
But I'm saying they was posing themselves to be friends.
You know what the difference happens is, and we had talked about this with the Dipset guys. When one person that's in the group changed the dynamic, and Charlamagne changed the dynamic when he basically kind of became their boss. He worked for iHeart, so he got different stake. So he got reason to cause all this drama to get the ratings up, because he's part of our iHeart now.
I get that.
So and anybody else is like,
that's when you. And my point is, that's when you bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
And like, look, you take them out to dinner. Look, man, I'm a woo-woo. Do y'all, I'm getting this extra little bread. I could throw y'all a couple of dollars if I rub you wrong. You know what I mean?
And see, that's why I tell you, you be speaking from that utopian mindset where that if everybody thought like you, the world would be great. But people be fucked up. People don't be caring about other people like that. No,
but my thing is, like, y'all done been together all this time, hanging out, touring, then created this historical, cultural morning show that's gonna have relevancy. Somebody gonna always be like, the first Breakfast Club was the best Breakfast Club. Mm-hmm. The original cast was the best cast. Like, they gonna always refer to Angelique, Charlamagne, and DJ Envy. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, knowing what you gonna go down in history, having the significance of that, like, you owe, for me, I think you owe to kind of keep that intact. Like, for me, one of the biggest failures in hip hop is when Jay-Z walked away from Rockefellers.
Right.
Like, man, you lame.
Yeah. And we already talked about that.
Man, you lame as fuck for doing that. Man, Dame, Dame was a terrorist. You supposed to have a motherfucker in the boardroom. Rah! Mm-hmm. Y'all supposed to been playing good cop, bad cop on them motherfuckers.
Right.
Bitch, you let them say some shit to you, and then you ran off, nigga.
I just feel like it's just a lot, the same across the board. Even like I said, when we talk about the Dipset, when we talk about Breakfast Club, a lot of it, people don't want to take people with them.
Yeah.
It's like they want to be up here on
Mary
the
J. I mean, not Mary J. Beyonce did that.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that. Well, you know what? It's funny though, because I was thinking it was the opposite, because I feel like she the one that switched up when she got with Jay-Z. She fired her own daddy. Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like he had the influence on her.
I mean, but and that's what it possibly is, definitely from his point of view, you know.
Yeah. And her music changed. You could tell the difference between the music that her dad had her on to, it's like she went for a younger audience when she got with Jay-Z. She's got to be in Sasha Fierce, the rapping Beyonce, all that. No, not to say her music is bad, but to me it's like when you get a little bit older, you look for the ballads, or you look for your favorite to kind of slow down a little, whatever. And to me, she got a little bit too. She got a little bit too crunk for me, and I can't listen to all that Trill Houston music. She be rapping and shit. Like, it's outside. I'm like, all right, Beyonce, go ahead, but I definitely ain't listen to no damn Cowboy Carter. I'm sorry, I don't listen to country music. I don't care who sings it.
All right.
And then speaking of that same group, I'm taking flowers away from. I ain't gave Kim no flowers, but Kanye one of my favorites. But I'm tired of both of them, and I'm tired of them beefing. But this one is really on Kim. Kim is trying to get sole custody of Kanye because she feels like he's on a downward spiral in his mental health because he wants to support Diddy.
She sounds stupid as fuck.
Sounds stupid.
Bitch, you sound stupid.
I'm like, I cannot believe.
Motherfucker, what's the name said he support Diddy and would go sing?
I'm like,
what's the name just said? Mace said he'll go in there.
Jones just said it.
Man, what the fuck?
It's
I'll come to court, nigga.
Yeah, some people.
I'll come to court for the nigga. Shit, I don't even know the nigga.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, shit. This nigga that made motherfucker what? All y'all favorite tracks, he got a bunch of, and then I ain't just saying for that. You ain't about to say for what for what grown folks indulge in. You been knowing about them parties years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago.
Truth be told, you went Cassie, you didn't try to help her get out.
If you went to 5 or 6 of them, if you went to 2 of them parties and went back again, and you went back, man, you was cool with it.
And I'm not saying that anything. I'm not saying right, wrong, and different. I'm saying it's selective outrage.
No, this what I hate. I hate the fact that this nigga down and doing this. This would let me see that it's somebody or it's a group of people that's so fucking powerful. They'll make you turn on your friends, man.
I believe that for sure.
I'm talking about them niggas, for all them niggas that used to hang out with Diddy and all that, and then now none of them niggas rock with him. Whoa. Whoa.
Right.
I don't even want no friends.
Right.
Shit, they ain't gonna be there till the end, and we got money.
For sure.
Think if we broke, it's definitely it's easy to get away from a nigga. But when we got money, these niggas got money, and they scatter them. They scatter these other motherfuckers with some money. Oh, that mean they'll strip the fuck out of you.
You know it's crazy because I love true crime, but you would never ever watch First 48 with me.
Well, no, I don't watch that goofy ass.
You be like, these niggas in here really telling. And I feel like that's kind of like that situation with Diddy. Like, y'all know y'all was shooting in the gym with this nigga. Y'all know y'all was humping and the bumping and the pumping and the fucking snorting and the oiling and the...
Man, whatever.
Y'all was doing all of it.
Man, whatever. But still, when it comes to shit like that, man, you don't... I don't wish jail on my worst enemy, right? Mm-hmm. And so, with that being said, I don't wish that on nobody.
Yeah.
So, for what he going through, and for him to have bread, connection, influence, definitely even with the guys that they're supposed to have money, because how Jay-Z this is funny to me. How Jay-Z able to get the lawyer that was prosecuting all them people disbarred?
Oh, really? That happened?
Yeah, some shit they said.
I was hearing about it, but I didn't know.
But then then now it's gonna make the case look weak because he brought the cases in. If he, you know what I mean? So they didn't create a situation where it looked like, okay, it might be a loophole for him.
Okay.
Because if all these people bringing up these cases, you know.
But it happens though, just like the one lady who was doing it, the lady who was going after all the different people. It's like it's always a lawyer, like what they call it, the ambulance chaser. It's always one. Like that's not nothing new. They want to stack their case by going to find all the people. That ain't unique to this situation. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
What's that Gloria Allred? She went and got a million damn ladies who said different people did different. She went and got the chunky girl saying that Usher gave her herpes or whatever. They go and find them. And I don't even know if that was, I think that was a whole lie. But they always go and find somebody that's willing to go ahead and jump off the fucking cliff for their case.
Yeah.
Because they don't, even if everything turned out bad, they still get the notoriety. It's like dealing with a little kid, whether it's good attention or bad attention, they want the attention. Mm-hmm. But why we speaking on Kim and Kanye? You know that shit.
But ain't no way you gonna get custody of nothing, bitch, and we ain't married. Get the fuck out of here.
What you mean they ain't married? They divorced.
But you want to get custody of him.
No. She's trying to make it so he can't see his kids anymore. She's trying to take the custody. Okay.
And
she's trying to take the kids from him altogether.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. And it's like who he supports ain't got nothing to do with how he is as a father.
But somebody can criticize who she support. Who she support?
It ain't, forget who she supports.
She supported Joe Biden. Forget
all of that. The way that she presents her children in the world. Well, I ain't gonna say her children, her child. Because she got her oldest child out here, they baby. There's still a baby out here. She be having her with cleavage out, makeup on. Like, I think that's a problem that he should present in court against her.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you look like you trying to serve her up to be in your shoes. Like you trying to use her as the come up because you know that you getting old. You older than me. I'm 44. You older than me. It's coming time for you to sit that fake ass down, and you putting her in position to take over. But she's a little girl, and you ain't gonna let her be a little girl. And I think she tired of him speaking on that.
Okay.
So she trying to use something against him.
Okay.
Yeah, but forget all that. We're gonna do a little really quick, just play together, stay together. Because apparently Kim and Kanye didn't play together and stay together. Maybe they should have had more date nights. I don't know, but I just a quick. I had a lot of I've had a lot of couples that been together for a while tell me the importance for their relationships of date night. So I do want to just say something about that because I feel like that brings a highlight to us. You know what I mean? Like, even like...
Yeah, because all they do is give you advantage to take advantage of me when I get home. You be feeling like, oh, babe, you took me out, thank you. Now, lay down, motherfucker.
Yeah, I be like that lady.
Lay down.
Don't be a menace.
You took me out and treated me good.
Now, let me tell you, this week...
I'm about to dog you.
Now, let me tell you. First of all, let's start off with you let me have my big ass legs out, okay? You know I love my big ass legs out. You let me have my big ass legs out. You fed me. You let me scream off key song lyrics in your ear for 4 hours straight. I was listening to the videos like, oh my God, how do we keep dealing with this? Because I did it for Erica Badu too.
Yeah.
I didn't do it for Fantasia because she was sick, but it's just like we have fun. We be having fun. And so it's like when we get home.
You be having fun. I just be there.
I don't want the fun.
Just in short.
I
just be there supporting.
You was jamming. Yeah. You stood up a couple of times. You enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, act like it's all.
Oh, yeah. I'm not Mary J for sure.
Yeah.
And Neo. Yeah.
So it's like, it's just important. It's like it don't always have to be extravagant. It could be small. Because what I've told a couple people who asked me about it, this us sitting down at the mic, this is like a date night.
Oh, this date night every night. This is our date night. We don't go to the club. We just jump on here and then go to the back in the same spot. We drink, get high, get drunk, watch a movie, and then she get nasty.
But it's just that intention because. Some people act like they don't have that kind of time for their partners, and I've had a couple of homegirls that they be weary in a relationship, and it's just something so small as spending some extra time outside of the business. What you tell me, the relationship is a business. But when there's work, there's play.
Yeah.
So once you deal with the business of relationship, you got to have playtime together. Outside of the box of the four walls, it got to be something. Even if it's going to the art museum, going to the park, going out to eat, do something with your partner outside of the four walls that y'all already stuck in, because that can cause resentment and smothering. You know what I mean? Once you outside them walls, getting some fresh air together, seeing each other in another light, breathing different air together. That's just something to strengthen y'all bond. So this is just me shouting the importance of making sure that if your partner is important to you, make sure that you make date night important, because I'm sure that whether it's for me it was me.
Yeah.
For me it was me, but sometimes it's the guy in the relationship, but for this relationship it was me. I fought for my date night.
But see, for me it's like, throwing cock get old. Oh. Nigga, you gotta go see a movie or something. You can't eat booty every night, nigga. You gotta mix that up, nigga. You better go on and see a movie before you catch hepatitis eating all that ass. Motherfucker.
You so nasty. It wasn't that. To me, it was more like with you being older than me. Yeah. It was a whole bunch of like, I did that. I did that. I did that. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't do it with me. Yeah. So, I don't care what you did before me. This is how you start over.
Start over. That's why your pockets better be healthy, nigga. You gotta start over.
Hey, I ain't no expensive date.
You gotta start over. Yeah.
Like I say, it could be simple because we went to the art museum. That was a $20 ticket.
$20.
It came with 2 drinks.
$20.
So if you're a little cheap, you can do that.
$20 with maximum security, nigga. You felt like you was in prison in that motherfucker. Them niggas they was watching that artwork like a motherfucker with all the. I don't think they seen that many because we took 8 niggas. We went with 4. So boy, they was scared in her. They thought we was about to high lift some artwork or something. Every time I moved around, there was 3 niggas around me. Like I was like, what the fuck?
And then there was a few groups of couples that wasn't even with us, so they probably like, oh, we overwhelmed.
Yeah, huh? They ain't never seen that many niggas. Boy, they was on us like a motherfucker. Nigga, they called some motherfuckers in.
I believe it.
Hey man, y'all come down here, man. We might got some Detroit niggas about to high lift some shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's how that do. Uh-oh. She got the funnies. You didn't. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I done went through a whole.
We gonna move along.
Yeah, and for the next segment, let me go ahead and pour myself a fresh drink because
we gonna move along.
I ain't gonna even do no more. I'm gonna just do a shot.
We gonna do the pour out a little liquor.
Since the last time we did pour out a little liquor, we got a little lengthy list.
We got a little lengthy list,
and we gonna go through them because these people need all they need.
We didn't lost a great deal of some people.
Oh my goodness, March been overwhelming for real, and we ain't even finished. It's just been really overwhelming. After the third or fourth one, I don't want to hear no more.
Yeah.
But let's go back to February because when we did our Play Together to Stay Together live, we did not do this segment of the show. So we're going to go back and do a couple from February, and then we're going to bring in the ones that we want to remember that passed in March. So we'll start with, got my shot. We'll start with Miss Vonetta Wallace, mother of the late, great Biggie Smalls.
Mm-hmm.
She was 72 years old. She passed on February 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Roberta Flack. She passed at 88 years old on February 24th. That is strumming my pain with his fingers, killing me softly with his song, the closer I get to you, to pass the time, I feel like making love. She did a lot of songs with Peebo Bryson and I can't even get my But she did a lot of singing and songwriting.
And Gene Hackman. Oh my goodness, that was
him, his wife, and his.
And I only speak up on him, jump the gun on him because being a little older, I've seen a lot of the flicks, a lot of his movies early on and shit, and he was one of my, I don't like too many white guy actors, but he was one of the ones that I could tolerate his movies and shit.
For me, I don't do a lot of, I don't watch a lot of sports, but I love sports movies. It's so weird. And so he has done a couple movies that I've seen because he's played a coach more than once. And I just hated to hear that story. But at first it didn't make sense to me. But I guess with him having Alzheimer's and him having dementia, his wife, the condition she passed, and he was not able to take care of himself. So it was reported they all died at the same time, but she actually died first.
Yeah.
And he died days later because he was not able to take care
But
of
what's
himself.
crazy inside this wheel is the fact that if he was to die first, she would inherit everything and shit like that. But being that she died first, he inherited it. And then when he died, now it's left to possibly, the kids or whoever. But I look like, damn, they made a loophole so that they can get to that money.
Yeah, somebody else had that. And, the death was suspicious. And Marilyn Monroe's was like that. And her estate ended up being left to her doctor's wife. Right. So when somebody dies of overdose of medicine they're not supposed to have, and then that doctor ends up getting their estate, don't know how that wasn't investigated. I guess that was in the 60s. But on to another great, Angie Stone. Oh my goodness, my sunshine has come. She passed away in a tragic car wreck on March 1st. Very young, 63 years old. Great singer, songwriter. Roy Ayers, 84, passed on March 4th. And for y'all who don't know Roy Ayers, we were speaking about Mary J Blige earlier. If y'all know Mary J Blige, My Life, that sample came from Roy Ayers' song, Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Very, very popular song that a lot of other artists sample as well. And then I've spoken many times about how I feel about Tony Tone. Dwayne Wiggins, brother of Raphael Sadiq. They both founded together with their cousin, Tony. He died at 64 years old on March 7th. And then, my dear, you had someone
Yes.
in your family.
My aunt Alex Elmore, she passed away, what was it,
on March 9th?
March 9th. Definitely, heartfelt for them. My cousin Danielle and Randall, they mom and all that. My Uncle Willie, his wife, You know, man, like my condolences to them. You know, I can just imagine the pain and shit like that. You know, spoke with my uncle, was able to run into him, my cousin Randall, and shit like that, man, and just gave him hugs and shit like that, man. So, yeah, she gonna be missed and loved. So,
and also just personally this week, on the 20th, a neighbor that I had come to grow close with, that I lived above.
You ain't come. You lived. You was what?
That we I ain't gonna say close. We weren't best friends.
Yeah,
but
you weren't close.
We talked almost every day. He cleaned my car off when it snowed.
Yeah.
He shoveled the snow. He cut the grass. He was very kind to my children.
Yeah.
He was. I wouldn't just say he wasn't. I ain't know him. Like, I don't know none of these other neighbors, but I did know that neighbor.
He lived downstairs.
I knew his birthday. I didn't know his woman's birthday. So I'm just saying I've had enough conversations with him to just say, pour out a little liquor to my neighbor who passed away on March 20th, Dustin Van Aarons. And then on March 21st, George Foreman passed at 76 years old.
Yeah, that's sad right there, man.
Yeah.
So 76. Shit.
Right. And before we get out of here, I do want to do a Holy Toledo.
Oh my God.
We have a young lady in the city.
Oh my
that's
goodness.
Missing under very, very suspicious
circumstances.
Kimani Lateague, 13 years old, missing from North Toledo.
And what make me so crazy about that is how they said, you know, she's missing, right? But some of the circumstances is crazy, because it's like her now to find out is her foster grandmother has custody,
Right.
and supposedly went to work at 10 o'clock at night.
Right, and from what I know, there should be no reason why she's left by herself.
I don't know why would you leave any 13-year-old in the house by themselves at 10 o'clock.
Right.
Because before 12 o'clock, the party just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
It's a full-fledged party. So I question that in terms of why would you leave her by herself?
Yeah. And to me, a lot of, and like I said, not even just 13, because, you know, not only was I was by myself at 13 with two little sisters, so it can be done. But foster children usually have some kind of traumatic experiences, or they have some kind of troubled past where they need guardianship.
Yeah.
They need somebody with them
All the time.
So that's what I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
It's
But for you to be leaving at 10 and say when you came home, oh, I thought she was at school. So you coming, so on Sunday you leaving out Sunday night and you don't see this girl till Monday after school?
Right.
Lady, you can't pull that off. That ain't even responsible. Man, ain't that, you can't never think that was cool.
And I've really been hearing some poor stories, even more closer to home, with some personal people I know that's going through things. They have called children's services on their family members that are neglecting their children, and they have not stepped up to offer them any support with helping those children. So I don't know if it's lack of it can't be lack of resources. It must be lack of staff. I don't know what it is, because I noticed just after the pandemic, every single community action program has been failing. Like even the program to pay lights and gas, you can't even get an appointment over there.
Yeah.
They took all the appointments offline and fired a whole bunch of people. So it's like a lot of these agencies that we've been leaning on in the past, they're not doing their job because they don't have the manpower. So different things is being swept under the rug, and babies is falling through the cracks. So out of all the fucking places, Children's Services shouldn't be the one that's messing up.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know somebody, a coworker, who's having issues with them. She called them, and they basically like, you gonna handle it? Don't. What you calling us for?
What you calling us?
You take care of it. And so, and this is a person that doesn't have any children, and she's like, y'all want me to go in to save the day? I'm calling y'all for guidance. Like, help me, help them. And they're not offering any support. So to know that this is a foster.
I know.
Yeah, we need a boo. We need a. Oh yeah.
That's what I wanted to have.
We need that one
Yeah,
too.
that right there.
That one too. And I just, it's like people call on what they like to do. They like to tag Alexis Means. I don't want to tag Alexis Means. I would like to tag...
Alexis Means get some shit done, nigga.
I would like to tag Wade Capsicavage, because that's the motherfucker y'all keep voting in. That's who I want to tag. I want to know, why is the Lucas County Children's Services failing? Marcy Capture, the motherfucker y'all keep wanting to vote in.
Yeah.
Why is this funds keep going to this agency that's not helping our children?
Yeah.
Help me with that.
Help me with that. Help us help ourselves.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that's Holy Toledo for this week. If you be on the lookout, if you hear anything, if you know anything, if you see anything, call the right people. Call Crime Stopper 419-255-1111. Or you can inbox any of the family members that's looking. Shit, hell, you can inbox Bottom of the Glass on Facebook. We'll get the information to the right people.
Yeah.
We just want to have, I'm tired of hearing of our missing young ladies. It's a lot of, this is a high traffic area. If you look up any court records for any kind of human trafficking, Toledo is high. And it's probably because, like you say, we are centrally located. A lot of people come through here, whether you're going west, east, north, south, you can hit Toledo. So it's very easy for our young ladies to be taken advantage of and pulled away from safety. So if you know anything about this young lady, please contact somebody, because I hate to hear this.
Yeah.
That's it for me. I know I just, let me step off my soapbox.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
I'm headed to the sugar shack to pour myself a drink. I'm a politic with E.Ali and tell them what I think. We are polar opposites and don't always agree. We just might say anything. We're off the Hennessy. We from the TOLEDO. Bottom of the glass. OHIO.
Thanks.